Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at XRP then, shall we? And we'll look at Bitcoin, obviously. So it kind of looks a little bit like deja vu at the moment, but there's a few differences. First of all, we're trading on a weekday, which counts for a lot more than a weekend. And actually, there's been a signal with XRP just taking place today, which is pretty bullish. All right, so you've probably seen this on Twitter. Everybody will be talking about it. It's the obvious. There's something that we've been looking and waiting for. It's the golden cross. Bitcoin is doing its thing, but XRP has created a golden cross. Whoa! So that is what most people like to talk about when it comes to making bullish moves. What they don't like to talk about is how overextended all these other aspects of the chart actually are. So when I say it's deja vu, I believe that there is some hurt to happen in the short term, but it's going to have to be a significant amount of damage to cancel out this golden cross, because we are so high, so overextended in general, that if we wanted to invalidate this golden cross, we'd have to come down to 21.5 cent. We have to be below that to invalidate this golden cross. Now, I've told you before, and I'll say it again, just because a golden cross forms doesn't mean we're going to go from that point forward. That's not how it works. And in fact, a golden cross in itself doesn't mean that it's going to rocket from that point forward. As you can see, we've rocketed already quite significantly. I will count this from when we broke above the 200 EMA. So what is that from where we are right now? Just the price action as it stands right this second. It's a 49% increase in price before the golden cross took place, from the point where we got above the 200 exponential moving average. So that in itself is a golden cross move. To expect much more from that just for the fact that we've had a golden cross would be a little bit naive, all right? But what a golden cross does mean is that we have indicators, our moving averages are spreading into a nice bullish formation. Let's have a look at Bitcoin and how Bitcoin looks as a result of this. So Bitcoin had a golden cross back here, okay? So the golden cross happened, and yes, we did have a pump because there'll be people trading off the back of that. But what happened after that? A bit of a kind of a tail off, really. Nothing significant in actually it just just almost looked like it was going to kind of die, really. But that was the golden cross, and now what's happened is we have a perfect spread of our moving averages. You've got the 10, 21, 50, 50 simple, 100, 200 EMA. So obviously, if you were to look at all the moving averages, you know, from a 1 to a 242, you'd see them all spread out really nicely, and that's what you look for. And then when you look for pullbacks, you look for them to be pulling back to the first of what I would say the most significant first stop for a moving average is usually, for me, it's a 10 simple or the 9 EMA, thereabouts, one of those two. I don't even have the 9 EMA on here anymore. I generally just use the 10 simple, and Bitcoin smashed through that, but you can see that we're kind of sort of pumping above it on here. But best chart to look at when it comes to using that formula is the XRP chart. So we rallied and rallied. We crashed, we bounced, and that, if I did have the 9 EMA, I imagine that that's probably where it would be. So I might actually, use that indicator, that moving average a little more. But more or less, 10 simple, 9 EMA, that's where it will have bounced from, and it certainly did bounce again. So again, we're heading for deja vu territory. Now, because we've got this set up here, it does confirm to me that the XRP has now turned a corner and is looking to make and put in some decent moves. And I've said this for weeks, maybe even months now, and since we came out of this area here, I have said, and I've been saying, so when was this? What, the 13th, 14th of May? So since May, I've been saying XRP is going to be different this year. It's not going to be the XRP that we saw in the last few years. XRP has been consolidating beneath this descending trend for a long period of time, so even though we had runs, they were underwhelming. Not anymore, they're not going to be, because we're above it. This was our accumulation phase here. From here all the way down to there, this area here has been our accumulation phase. Breaking above the 200 EMA has been the bull phase, and this could be a bull phase that continues. In fact, thinking about it and looking at the way it's moving at the moment, almost dwarfing all other aspects of cryptocurrency, it wouldn't surprise me if this actually has long-term sustained value rather than its normal massive pump and dump that it does at the end of a bull market. It's still very early days, because if you look to my other analysis, and I'll leave a little link at the top, there is a Fibonacci retracement that states, and not only that, but these two candle bodies here, right at the beginning of this, right at the beginning of this, if we go to a weekly, we'll see two candle bodies around about 86 cents. So we've got two candle bodies here, a bullish, well, I wouldn't really call that bullish, but it's green at least, and a bearish one, and that's around 85-86 cents. Right, so 85-86 cents also corresponds exactly to the Fibonacci retracement, and the first pop up above that will cause a huge big move. So we're a long way away from 86 cents, aren't we? A very long way off. We're miles and miles away from that, in fact. But that is when you'll see XRP do its big, massive, bullish launch. 86 cents. I've told it to you before, I'll say it again, that is the way it's going to work. Okay, so all of this, technically, I mean, even though we're out of the low accumulation phase, anywhere below 86 cents you could class as accumulation in a way, because when it launches above 86 cents, we close above there for the first time, on a daily or a weekly especially, it will just go phenomenal. But it's not there yet, and it's not likely to be there for a while. But I'm telling you now, 86 cents, burn that number into your mind. That is going to be the time to get yourself ready to make those sells, because, oh dear, what happened here? But because those, it's at that point where it will just go bonkers, like what we saw in the past. So you could class the last accumulation phase for XRP between 0.5 cent to about 3 cents. That was the accumulation phase, and the bull phase kicked in when it broke above 20 cents, about 22 cents, and then it just basically started doubling every other day from that point forward. That's what's going to happen here after 86 cents. So that leads me to believe that, even though I do have a low target of $2, which I'd be very happy to achieve that, I do also have a high target of $14. Again, I've got another video, check that video to see the details on that. So anywhere between $2 to $14 is going to be the top for XRP, and most people think I'm crazy when I talk about that because they can't see it. And I don't blame them, because when you look at a chart like that, for the layman, it just looks like it's going down and down and down and down, but it's not. There's a formation here, there's a cycle going on here, and when the cycle has ended, the accumulation at low levels has already ended now, and unless there's a massive financial collapse, which there could be, we might not see these levels again for maybe even ever. Anyway, it's just a real quick video for you. If you're interested, I am going to set up new videos to trade super small cap coins, right? Because I've had some big wins on those recently, and there's a lot of people contacting me about it, because I don't think anybody else really does that kind of thing. I'm talking super miniature micro cap coins for you to put in, between $10 to $100 in at a time, never any more than that. Join me on those videos, join me on my Telegram, and feel free to subscribe if you want to. Thanks for watching, take it easy.